That's really loud. The next piece we're going to play is a piece called African Folk Trilogy. If you remember at their spring concert, I talked about giving children the opportunity to see themselves in music. I work very hard to try to find composers that show them themselves. So I search for female composers, which are actually very hard to find. Believe it or not, black female composers are even harder to find for middle school band. So I want children who are of color to see themselves as potential composers so that we can perform their music. So if your child is female and of color, they need to get busy. I also work hard to try to give them a variety of cultural experiences whenever they're performing music. Most folks say, Mr. Joyner, when is the Christmas concert? We don't have a Christmas concert. We have a winter concert. It is my job as a music educator to educate children in music. Not in a religion, and I am religious. I just want you to know that I try to do that because I want them to see that there's more than just one kind of music. And there's value in all of them. So you will see Christmas tonight. It's just going to be evil. But not because I think Christmas is evil, but because the piece is really cool. The next piece is African Folk Trilogy. It takes 3 different African songs and puts them in one. One of them is called African Noel, which would be a Kwanzaa song. So this is African Folk Trilogy. With that theme of different cultures, we're going to explore the Native Americans with Spirit of the Wolf. I'm going to read to you what the program notes are for this piece so you hear what the children have heard about this piece, so you know what it is depicting. Traditionally, in many Native American societies, the wolf was associated with hunters and warriors. Often, a wolf dance was performed as warriors gathered in their last public appearance before leaving the village. The dancers, imitating movements of the wolf, asked the wolf to share his predatory skills with the warriors. Singing and drumming were often at the heart of Native American songs and dances. Other instruments, such as the flute and various shakers and rattles, were also included in their songs and chants. These instruments were made from locally found materials, including animal hides, gourds, turtle shells, sticks, and hollowed-out logs. Spirit of the Wolf was written to evoke these Native American imageries, traditions, and sounds. The cool thing about the beginning of this is the flutes get to do some flute bending with their instrument, which hopefully you will hear. Yeah, you better do it. You'll also hear a rain stick, as well as massive percussion, which is always super fun. So this is Spirit of the Wolf. While the percussion are rearranging themselves, I want to acknowledge the students who auditioned and made All-County Band. These students competed against all of the other students who auditioned from 6th through 8th grade in our county. That's about 14 to 17 middle schools, depending on if everybody comes. So I want those students to stand if they auditioned and made it. So please stand. Please give these students a round of applause for their hard work. Sit down, we're tired of you. They had to learn an 8th grade level solo. They had to perform it and compete against those other age groups. So to achieve that level is really difficult. If you made the symphonic band, meaning the higher band, please stand. Now sit, we're tired of you too. So in order for them to do that, they have to play scales, they have to play the solo, and then they play something they've never seen before, so it's called sight reading. All of those aspects of performing are difficult. My job is to teach them to be able to see a piece of music and translate it for themselves so that they can enjoy the music for themselves. As we come into the holiday season, feel free to find something for them to play for you, because they can do it, whether they do it at home or not. The next piece we're going to play is a twist up on the housetop. It's called Santa the Barbarian. It requires a lot of work and a lot of yelling and a lot of don't do that again, and you better write it in, and don't make me tell you again. If you don't know, I'm world famous because I'm pretty much on TikTok, and I'm pretty much world famous on TikTok. And I'm pretty much president if you have followed my TikTok, because Kamala and Trump, they stole my votes, but that's okay. Y'all really voted for me, it's fine. And I'm pretty much president, because whenever I flip the stop sign in the morning, most people stop. And when I tell children stop, most of the time, they stop. So I'm pretty much in charge. So because I'm world famous, I'm going to introduce the next guy who's not as world famous, but he'll sound better on the mic. So we have a narrator for this next piece, and it is Mr. Sahuntas. He is Miss Sahuntas, the band director at Mount Tabor's husband. He's also a tuba teacher, so if your child wants to play tuba and take lessons, he can do it. Trombone, he teaches trombone. He teaches baritone. So he's fantastic. But please welcome Mr. Sahuntas to the stage. Come on, Mr. Sahuntas.
Blew in an age long ago, and the Yuletide season brought the darkness and